pro tip is vapor cool. Because when you run cool, you can push your limits and juggle over 35 trillion complex tasks a second. Imagine if we were that powerful.
The White Elephant Gift Exchange, a time-honored tradition, equal parts holiday cheer and psychological warfare. And this year, you didn't just bring a gift, you brought the main attraction. Luckily, you came prepared. The moral? In a gift swap, the true players bring enough stripes to go around. Give something beautiful, Sephora.
All I wanted to do was help kids and families. Bank of America was just so important with getting things started.
I feel we are growing together with Bank of America.
Had the opportunity to meet with Bank of America. That's what lifts communities like ours.
What would you like the power to do? Bank of America. Contact one of our local business specialists at bankofamerica.com/local business.
Tar Heels desperately needed an answer, and they got one. 14-7, they closed the gap. Don't forget, tonight on the ACC Network, after this game, it's the ACC Huddle final score. They're going to wrap up the full day, take you through the biggest stories, break down all the games. It's also available on the ESPN app, as you know. And a big day in the ACC wrapping up.
A lot of scenarios we're going to have to break down.
Let's find out what Ashley Stroline is up to down on the field.
Well, I had a chance to speak with Tar Heels head coach Bill Belichick prior to tonight's game. And I said, Coach, how will you measure success? Take away wins and losses, but what factors are you looking for? He simply said growth, and he means that across the board, from how players are working together, getting physically stronger, faster, more explosive, to growth in operations, scouting, and recruiting. He said his goal is to see improved performance in close games to change that win and loss record, and he has to be pretty happy about how his guys worked together on that last drive.
Thank you, Ashley. Defense needs to come to the fore here, and this is a good start, forcing the incomplete pass on first down. NC State has had an 11-play touchdown drive and a 12-play touchdown drive to start this game.
And that first drive, the Tar Heel defense was playing well, but you had a 3rd and long pickup by C.J. Bailey's legs, and then a 4th and short pickup by Will Wilson. So it hasn't necessarily been as dire as the stats might show, but if you're North Carolina, got to pick up the momentum your offense just gave you.
Bailey now to throw quickly to the outside. That's Rogers. He's going to be escorted out of bounds after a pickup of 6. It's Jaden Patterson in coverage.
This is the matchup. It's going to be the cat and mouse game for Steve Belichick. At 3rd and 4, this is a long 4-2. So the Will Rogers package not necessarily in place. 3rd down, you got a lot of playmakers on the NC State side of things you got to manage, and C.J. Bailey's legs.
Bailey still looking. Jolie can't get to the marker, though. He's going to be dropped about a yard shy. Outstanding play by Gibson.
It's a good job by Jolie. Finding his way open. He's over the middle of the ball. It's blanketed coverage, but then when he runs to the green grass, he's up short of the sticks. Good job by the Tar Heels rallying and coming up with that tackle. If C.J. Bailey's leg or eyes came all the way back to the backside, he had his running back uncovered. Just didn't get there into the progression, and the Tar Heels get off the field.
Fake! And they got it.
I spoke too soon. Right when I said they got off the field, they fake it, pitch it to the up man. And right behind the A-gap, the long snapper, and the guard and tackle right next to him, and just enough yardage to pick it up.
Preston Douglas was the up man who took the snap. And you heard the crowd here at Carter Finley booing when the punt team came on. I'm sure Dave Dorn was thinking, hang on, everybody. I got this.
Bill Belichick's calling card when he was in the National Football League was those special teams type moments.
Can Bailey and company take advantage of it? Breaks free. To midfield and into North Carolina territory, all the way down to the 45 before Jaden Patterson tracks him down. Another 21 yards. Bailey has put up all kinds of numbers with his legs tonight.
Kenny breaks contains Joseph Mapoe, the defensive end, gets stuck in there at 25, and then at that point, CJ's got too much speed. The Tar Heels have to adjust, and rather than every man trying to get the sack, they have to rush like a unit and compress the pocket on CJ, force him to stick in there and make throws to beat you.
Hollywood on the hip of his lead blocker. Close to another first down. Simpson on the tackle. But Hollywood Smothers picks up 8. Bailey has 55 yards on 5 carries. Smothers is starting to get his. Look at big old 65 in there.
Running right behind Jacarius Peak. Both those guys, Hollywood Smothers and Jacarius Peak, technically underclassmen, not seniors. Both guys walked today in the Wolfpack Senior Day. They're going to await their NFL draft grade. If it's in that first or second round and you start talking guaranteed money, well, then maybe their days wearing this jersey are numbered.
Bailey pulls it out. Hits a receiver over the middle. That's Rodgers inside the 15. That is a success. NC State's had running the ball open that up.
That's exactly why it's open. When you run the ball, Tar Heels have to load the box, account for Hollywood Smothers. It creates one-on-one matchups on the outside. When that's the case, your receivers, especially these big physical receivers, got to win those matchups, and with accurate throws by CJ Bailey, it's a recipe for success.
NC State is incredibly successful scoring touchdowns in the red zone on the season. 34 trips to the red zone coming into the game and 27 touchdowns, and they're 2 for 2 so far today. This is the 3rd trip. Hollywood on the direct snap. Try to get outside. Good job by the Tar Heel defense, straighten it out. He'll lose yards. Thompson in on it. From his defensive end spot, Tyler Thompson on the tackle.
Thaddeus Dixon did a great job at that corner spot. See number 1 there, stringing that out, allowing his buddies to come in and make the play. It's a big moment in terms of, can you hold it? They've had 2 red zone trips already, 2 for 2 NC State has. Holding them to a field goal here would be a win.
Deuce got a little bit of a bigger back in the game now for the Wolfpack. Bailey to throw, though. Quickly. Out to Grimes again. Trying to get to the end zone. He won't get there. But he's down inside the 5. Crowd wanted a flag at the end of it. He won't get one. Caleb Koss was involved in the tackle. Let's take another look at the pitch and catch.
It's right on time. Excellent job by CJ Bailey getting the ball out of his hands quickly. You know, this is a hitch to the wide side of the field. You see 1, 2, 3, ball out, perfect spiral. You know, that defender only has so many yards to drop back before his heels are in the end zone. If you're late at all, that's a pick going the other way.
Meat packages in. Will Wilson, a quarterback. Darius Johnson. And a tailback. They bring in 44. Cody Hardy has another tight end. Wilson gets stopped at the goal line. Did he get in? No signal yet. No, the officials say he did not quite get in. Ran a little upright that time.
And he got popped by Will Hardy because of it. The safety filling that gap. Looks like there's a banged up NC State player. It looks like it's Peak, their talented left tackle who we just talked about. Trying to go quick. He's not even in the huddle.
Officials timeout for an injured player of the offense.
And since the officials blew the play, or blew the clock dead, that means that Peak is going to have to sit on for 1 play. And CJ Bailey is just trying to convince him he's got to walk off. I mean, that's... Coach Dorn is out there making sure he's all right, and he understands everything that's going on. This is an interesting conversation here. Dorn wants an explanation from the officials. They stopped the clock for an injured player. I think the Dorn is saying my guy wasn't injured.
Usually in this scenario, I think it's the refs wondering if there's a head injury. Have to go off one play to make sure he gets checked. But obviously, if you feel like you're okay, Peak's confused at why he was ever
Game clock
taken
operator,
out
please
of
reset the game
like
clock
this.
to 7 minutes, 21 seconds.
So they'll set the clock to 7:21, and Rico Jackson is in at left tackle. And they've got Dante Daniels with a big tight end on that side. This time Wilson makes no mistake.
Even with their starting left tackle out, that doesn't change their plan of attack. We're running left, this time behind Rico Jackson and tight end Dante Daniels, who gets the pancake block. Finishing there, the Packs finishing the drive. 3 for 3 on drives and touchdowns to start this rivalry matchup.
And they have been long drives. 11, 12, and 11 plays. This one, 11-play variety, taking almost 6 minutes again off the clock. Fine set with the PAT. They are keeping this North Carolina defense on the field for a long time here in this first half. And they convert another red zone opportunity. Perfect. 3 for 3. Wilson finishes it off. Oh, Wolfpack early.
That's definitely my favorite one.
The Apple A19 Pro chip is vapor cooled because when you run cool, you can push your limits and juggle over 35 trillion complex tasks a second. Imagine if we were that
Reel in the newest Target Black Friday deals before they get away. Like $5 pajamas for the family. And $6 cutie gift sets. Hurry, these Black Friday deals end Saturday.
Or foundation cover-up. These easy-to-install panels look like stone, feel like stone, and most projects take just a few hours. Take a look at this before and after. Gemstone is a top seller on HomeDepot.com for a reason. It gives your home that premium stone look for about half the cost and delivers a 208% return on investment. Want to save and add more to your home's bottom line? Text Depot to 59583 for your exclusive Home Depot discount on Gemstone. That's DEPOT to 59583. Don't move, don't wait, don't overspend. Make your dream home a reality with Gemstone.
If you want the best savings on building a better workspace, now is the time to treat yourself or get a gift for someone special. Barry has exclusive Black Friday and Cyber Week deals that will save you up to 35% on some of our best sellers, including standing desks, office seating, and accessories that are built to last a lifetime and elevate your workdays for years to come. Shop our Black Friday and Cyber Week deals right now and save up to 35%.
Chelsea Rich Cup with this ACC Network studio update, keeping an eye on what's happening in Virginia. Virginia Tech over on ESPN. A little pop pass from Jamari Taylor to Sage Ennis to make it 14-0. Remember, the Cavaliers with the win advance to the ACC championship.
All right, Kelsey, that's big. Finishing up what was a very important, not just day, but weekend in the ACC with Georgia Tech kicking things off yesterday with a tough loss against Georgia, but a lot of meaningful games that we will cover throughout the show and also after the game on ACC Huddle Final.
Seeing out of the corner of my eye, the Virginia Tech game going to halftime. That's obviously a game that's noteworthy. Virginia in with the win.
SMU and Cal were scoreless last time I saw. You had Miami hammering Pitt early on in the day. There's our dog retrieving the tee. Much to the delight of the folks here in Raleigh. Hey, the third annual ACC SEC Women's Basketball Challenge begins Wednesday. Auburn squares off against the Cuse at 5 Eastern. Then Thursday night, SMU hosts Arkansas at 7, right here on the ACC Network and on the ESPN app. Dog's getting the workout so far today. He's had to retrieve that tee already 3 times. And once again, North Carolina coming back on the field offensively with the need to answer.
Still got plenty more.
Yeah, first drive they went 3 and out. Then they responded with a nice answer in the touchdown drive. Last drive unlocked something in the pass game, I felt like.
Hall shook a couple of tacklers. Couldn't shake the final one by Assad Brown Jr.
It's a running back room for North Carolina. Very much running back by committee. We've seen June and Hall. Goss, who was the high school teammate of C.J. Bailey, across from him. We'll get some action on third down. When we had him versus Richmond in week 2, Caleb Hood was their lead running back. He's since retired mid-season from football, stepped away from the game. So still kind of looking for who's that guy, who that guy's going to be. It's going to be the bell cow for the offense.
Now they split Hall out. He's on the receiving end here, but nowhere to go. NC State's defense all over it. A.J. Richardson. Man, the Packers so happy to have him back in the fold.
In a defense that their depth's been tested. A.J. Richardson, he's been out since week 2. This week is his first game back. One of those linebackers in a room that's been thin. A lot of Wolfpack fans are happy to see him flying around.
And those Wolfpack fans are letting their team hear it right here. 3rd down and 9.
NC State got to keep contained on Gio Lopez. He's got to be wary of the play clock, too. They're not going to get this off.
So great, really. I went to 2 houses, ate it both. Both dozen had a fish fry yesterday. At night, I found out. Yeah, food like that.
Delay a game is the call. Thought we might get a timeout from that North Carolina bench. Didn't get it, so a 3rd and 9 now becomes that much more difficult at 3rd and 14.
But I'm shocked we didn't get a timeout. You're down 2 touchdowns in a rivalry game where your defense needs some help of any time. That's the time where you need to burn a timeout, especially in the first half. It's not like it's late in the game where you're maybe geared up for a 2-minute situation. I thought that was a missed opportunity, especially with Gio Lopez walking towards the line of scrimmage. We set it up here. You could tell he wasn't going to get the playoff.
NC State bringing just 3, so they drop back in coverage. So Lopez has time. Now he rolls out, has a receiver open. Ship makes the catch in the first down. A big conversion by the Tar Heels.
These two guys have a nice rapport working. Established last drive. Lopez breaks the pocket and an excellent touch right here. Making sure he floats the ball over the linebacker in front of the safety. And a nice job by Jordan Shipp, who was on a dig route. Wasn't open the first time, but sticks with the route. Helps his quarterback out by finding the open window.
Again, North Carolina going empty. Design quarterback draw. Lopez picks up about 3. A.J. Richardson again on the tackle. How about Lopez throwing on the run? I feel like we've heard that from coaches, both North Carolina and NC State coaches this week, about how he's on the run and all of a sudden that ball comes out with a lot of zip.
It's noteworthy, too, because it's offensive tackles for North Carolina that have been suspect at times this year versus very good rushers edgewise for NC State.
Finally, the pocket collapses around Lopez, and it's Brandon Cleveland. Big nose tackle. Rubbing that belly, all that Thanksgiving, all the fixins.
I'm sure they had to monitor a big guy like that on Thanksgiving. One helping's enough. He's getting his helping right there. A little sack lunch. We mentioned the edge rushers. North Carolina State, they love Sebastian Harsh on one side, Sloan on the other. But inside, Brandon Cleveland, he's playing a lot of football for this Pack defense. Getting it done not only against the rush, but in the pass rush game as well.
Ship, midfield, still on his feet, another first down.
That's the matchup. North Carolina likes it. Jordan Shipp is finding a